Hi, this is Ben from BuildCalc, and welcome to another video about using BuildCalc to make your construction math easier. Today's topic, estimating drywall. There are several ways you can use BuildCalc to estimate how much drywall you'll need for your next project. Let's look at a few of them today. We're going to start here with the iPhone simulator. I'm on the springboard. I'm going to scroll over and find BuildCalc. I'll tap once, and we're ready to go. Now the very first problem is going to be the simplest. We're going to calculate an area of a wall and convert that area into sheets of drywall. Let's say our wall is going to be 15 feet long and 9.5 feet tall. Let's first do a simple calculation. 15 feet times 9.5 feet equals. Okay, we've got the area, 142.5 feet squared. Convert drywall. At the top, BuildCalc repeats that area so we can make sure we really had the information we wanted. And it shows several different sizes of drywall. Now, if you're in North America, you'll notice an obvious omission. So let's fix that. Scrolling on down, BuildCalc gives you some instructions on how to customize the results of this particular function. Click on Edit Sizes, and then plus, and let's correct that omission. 4 feet times 8 feet. Done. Now the next problem is looking at this list. It's in order here of ascending sizes, but 4x8's at the bottom. So we'll click on the drag bars and we will drag it on up to the top and let go. Now that we like what we see, we'll click cancel and we've got the results we want. 4x8, and it shows that for 142.5 feet squared, we're going to need just a hair under 4.5 sheets of drywall. Okay, that's a pretty simple example. Now let's try that example slightly different. We can use the length and width and height functions also for drywall calculations with BuildCalc. So this time, let's store our 15.5 feet in length and our 9.5 feet in height and do that calculation. 15 feet length, 9.5 feet height. Now that we've got that stored, convert drywall. See, the top section here is a little different this time. It lists the length and the height and shows the resulting area, but everything else below is exactly the same. All right. Now with BuildCalc, you can go a step further. We've got our length and our height, but if we add a width to it, we can actually calculate a lot more information. How many sheets would we need for a room with the length, width, and height for both the walls and the ceiling? So let's try that out. We're going to add, let's say 13.5 feet and some change for the width. 3 feet, 6 inches, and we'll say 5/8, and then we'll store that as the width. Okay, let's recall, make sure everything's right. Recall length, 15 feet. Recall width, 13.5 feet and 5/8. Recall height, 9.5 feet. Okay, now convert drywall. Here you go. We have those same pieces of information listed again, the resulting wall area and the resulting floor and ceiling area. Now this turns out to be quite useful. If we're going to want to cover the walls with different thickness drywall than we do the ceilings, and maybe even a different size, we've got the ability to see both answers in the same place. So for the walls, for 4x8 sheets, we're going to need almost 17 sheets. And then do the ceilings, for 4x8 sheets, we're going to need just under 6.5 sheets. That makes a pretty easy calculation. But let's go a step further. What do you think that might cost us? Well, we can do some simple math to get the cost here as well. So we're going to click on our 16.95 sheets, and then we're going to go ahead and convert that into a cost. So we're going to say that times, and let's say we're going to be buying sheets at about $15.95 a sheet. 15.95, and now we can either do equal, or if you want to, we can do convert cost, and it shows us a result that's in a form that's very readable. 16.95 sheets times $15.95 a sheet equals $270.40. And of course, this all works if you want to use metric units and it also works for the currency in your region. So if you're in Great Britain, it works in pounds. If you're in the EU, it works in euros. In Australia, Australian dollars. Well, I hope that gave you some insight how you can use BuildCalc to make your estimation of drywall a lot easier. If you have any more questions, or if you have something that you see that you don't think is quite right, why don't you send me an email at info@buildcalc.com. Thanks for showing an interest in BuildCalc, and I hope to hear from you soon.